What's up, Carrie? How are you? You doing okay? Probably pick up the room a little bit while we wait on some people to get in here. Yeah, it's been a little bit different for me as well. Been kind of an off day, I ain't gonna lie. I think it'll get better. Just gotta look at things in a different way, you know what I mean? Ooh. Yeah, there is a bad accident here on 71. Totaled 5 cars. Hey, Lynn, how are you? Yeah, there was a bad accident here the other day. I was at work and there was a 5 car uh, accident. Totaled all 5 of them at the same time. I was like, unbelievable. So, like I was telling everybody, I did get the cards, but I don't know. I don't know if I really enjoy using them or not because it seems like things come clearer, like hearing them directly. Um, and the only good thing about the cards that I feel is it gives a more like an in-depth perception of things. You know what I mean? Um, things can kind of pop out from one area and be like, oh well, this is also what I'm feeling. So yeah, that is kind of a neat idea. But I don't know. I think I'm just going to start using my psychic abilities. Period. Um, the cards do seem to, like I said, go a little bit further into the well than what I like. So yeah, it's definitely different. I tried them the other day. I was I was kind of shocked. I'm not going to lie. But the thing of it is I just felt I was better than all these other tarot readers, and I don't like really like I know my gifts, I know my skills, I know what I'm able to do, but it made me feel better, but yet in a way it didn't. You know what I mean? I mean, like I said, I like them, but it's just I think it's a preference, and I also believe that for some reason, knock on wood, I don't think that the spirits really like using these all that much. They don't, and that's exactly what I heard. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and do a reading just for the spirits that are around and see what comes up. So, my question is for the deck itself. Do the spirits like using them? Okay. I'm going to do a 7 card draw and see what we get. The focus is a little bit better, I've noticed. there's one that already fell to the floor. This will be interesting. I never did a reading to a spirit direct. I don't need cards, but I want to see what this says. All right. It said my hard work is paying off. Okay. So it's kind of a different, as you will be able to tell, I really don't have a whole lot of faith in the cards themselves. The answers that I need are coming. I already know that. I don't need the cards to tell me that the answers are already up here. Okay. That might sound naive, but it's true. Expect powerful change. I already expect powerful change. Every day that I wake up, I'm learning something completely different about myself. You know what I mean? So it's kind of weird. They're almost giving my own reading. Prosperity lies ahead. Prosperity. That kind of goes out of context because you can have things go one or two ways. Now, if something in between changes, the prosperity ahead can change as well. Conclusions are within reach. Meaning, I was just talking about not needing cards. I hear it all up here anyway, so why do I need the cards? But yeah, look at that. Conclusions are in reach. Step out of my comfort zone. So, would these cards have been a comfort zone? Or would they have been a distraction? Or would they have been, you see where I'm going with this? And work through my fears. Got to work through the fears. But that's natural. Everybody's got to work through their fears. I mean, there's nothing really to working through your fears. But you do have to step out of your comfort zone to do that because the conclusions are in reach. Expect powerful change. Like I said, it's an everyday thing. Yeah, and my hard work is paying off. You know, I might have had issues with people in the past or whatever, but I just completely dropped it. It's like that's affecting my energy. Why would I let it? So, with that being said, these are going to be used as focus cards. Like I said, they are not going to be used in my readings because I don't think a card is going to be able to tell you all the factual information that I can tell you without using the cards. But I think I did a pretty good job with the card read, did I not? I mean, I felt like I kind of did it for years, but to me, they're kind of boring. My point. My point exactly. Okay. So the spirits are actually talking to me. They're telling me what's going on here tonight. Kind of why am I doing this? Why am I going live? I guess. Um, but it's a for me thing. So if anybody has questions, feel free to ask. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I feel a little bit off today. Like something's a little bit strange. You know what I mean? I'm being told that it's about the same. Um, things are going good, but it's about the same. But it's like I told Joe as well. He needs to watch out going into the future with what he's doing. Because I still feel like there's a lot of animosity, a lot of there's a lot of anger. That's what I'm being told. Um, the aggression's kind of building. I feel like the dojo situation has been taken care of. Um, they're referencing the classmates though, so there's something going on with the classmates. I will say that. Um, there's been an energy shift. There's been a change, but yet I'm being told stable. It's a stable change. Okay. And they're telling me as well to remind Joe that he still needs to be alert, focused, and to still take control. Okay. Now I'm going to ask you guys a serious question here. Did this fit me? Yes or no? Seriously, answer that honestly, because I know if you're lying anyway. No. Does it help with concentration though? I don't think it does as much as I wanted it to. Okay. Um, I was looking for more than what it had to offer, but why look for more when it's already there? I don't know about you guys, but look at that. As soon as I said that, if you already have the answers, why are you looking for it? Yes, it does. Like on a specific subject, it's very nonchalantly there and it keeps me focused. I'm not so, like everybody likes to say, all over the place or squirrel. You know what I mean? And welcome in, everybody. We got 4 people in here and 2 likes. Can I get a couple more of them likes up? That's what I picked up from when you did mine last night. Yes. Yeah. See, and it was weird because the cards went along with what I was telling you, but I was also reading my own thought. I mean, not my own thoughts, but the energy from you directly. So these cards are not really aligned with anybody. I was kind of shocked tonight that they did kind of align with me on how I feel about the cards and going live and having more confidence in myself. So I need to pick up this room. And I'm being told, yes, you do. Just different. I'm still kind of in that mindset of trying to make this better. I know it's good, but I want it to be better. I want people to be coming in and asking questions, not just watching and listening to what I have to say, but they need to interact and communicate because I noticed being psychic, It's not always about listening what the spirits say, it's about listening to what other people say as well. So a lot of people would call that cold reading. I don't call it that. I call it intuitive. It's an intuitive thing to where you're listening and you're feeling the energy from what these people have to say. You're reading what they are writing. You can feel it deep in your bones. Yeah, I've been working on my advertising and everything. It just needs to. I'm being told that it's kind of off-putting, um, because I know what my abilities are worth. I know it's worth high money. I know it's worth high volume, but to get those people in here that are willing to get a reading, I can do free readings all day long. But why waste my energy? Why waste my time? I cannot get on TikTok. It will not let me. I have no idea why. I've fought with TikTok for years. So a lot of times what happens is like throughout the stress of the day, I try to off put it like at work. I try to, push it to the side and I become tired when I get home. So like I'm tired when I wake up, I go to work, I'm fine, and then I come home and I've been tired, just tired. So it's like I'm pushing that energy away. I'm pushing that negative energy that is being developed at work away from bringing it home. So I just get here and then I crash out. It's not because I don't want to go live, but when my energy's off, everybody else's energy is going to be off. Exactly. People think, oh, well, you can do this constantly. You can do it without getting tired. No, you cannot. A true medium, a true psychic will get tired. They use their energy, they use their feelings, they use every emotion that you can think of. And the ones that think that they don't are so naive and stupid that they're not even psychic or anything like that. But yet they go to work and they come home and go straight to bed. Just saying. I don't know. I kind of put that to a test yesterday. Actually, I had a live that I was scheduled, and I was watching it on the phone, and I didn't see anybody like waiting for anything or anything like that. So I kind of been doing my own little testing on that just to kind of see the hours and what people are needing, you know, things like that. This thing sucks. I can do it on Facebook, but I like to keep my personal life on Facebook and my business life off of Facebook. Um, a lot of times, employers they go, if you guys didn't know me the way that you do, a lot of people would look at me like I'm just crazy. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he hears voices in his head. Let's not hire this guy, or let's not keep this guy because he's going to be weird. You know what I mean? Trust me, everything that you guys think of, I've already thought about. I've tried like separating it all and all that, and it just, yeah, I don't want to put my business aspect. There's people out there that just think I'm just a regular guy walking down the road or, like in a store. Um, but it's really weird that, that got brought up because I've had people where I was in the store and be like, oh, I get a good feeling about you. I'm, I've had people come up to me literally and say, God bless you. And I'm like, okay, like I don't know you kind of go away a little bit type of thing. But I mean, I guess with being a content creator, people notice that too. And I noticed it one time over at my other job when I was in Arkansas. Um, People were coming up to me and asking me about my channel when I had it down there. So I thought that was pretty wild. I don't really care for that much, but it happens. For some reason, I got like this pulsating, it's like almost like a drippage sound in my ear. It's kind of like popping, and it's been doing that since I got up. So it's kind of a pain in the ass. I get that. And that's where I'm okay just advertising on here because it's like I can make this into a full time business, but then yet I'm going to be having so much time on here that I need to sleep and do what I need to do to go to the real job. You know what I mean? I'm not saying this isn't a real job because it is. I could, like I said, I could do readings all night long, but guess what? 7 o'clock in the morning when I need to get up, I ain't gonna be getting up. I'll tell you that right now. Exactly. But I think as of right now, I don't have the time to really focus on the channel as much as I want to because there's priorities that need to be met before I can consider doing this full time. And child sports, a very big one. Because I tell you right now, I am not going to be paying my child support out of um, the money you make on the side. It's not going to happen. So the word guardian was brought up. Have you two been talking to your guardian angels or spirit guides or somebody talking about like being a guardian for somebody or possibly even on Joe's scenario about getting him uh, somebody guarding him, which I know that that's already the case, but I heard guardian, so I just thought I'd let you guys know. So one thing that I was going to show you the other night, Lynn, was this. I was going to show you mind control of looking at an object and actually like seeing it in motion. Okay. Is Joe sitting there? Is He'd be pretty fascinated with this. Gotta go find it real quick. Is it up here? Oh, oh, there it is. Okay, it's on the desk ready. Yes, they are. They're recorded, so you guys can go back and watch them at any time. All right, so I'll go ahead and show you what I was talking about. Give me a second. So what you'll see happen is I'll be holding my pendulum and I'll point it down far enough to where you can tell that I'm not moving, but you'll still be able to see my eyes as well. But I can control that pendulum. I can make it go in circles, or I can make it go back and forth just with my eyes alone. All right, I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to ask it to go in a circle, back and forth, circle, back and forth, circle. I don't know if you noticed, but like when I was doing it, my eyes were completely focused on that object and it started doing what I was thinking up here. The only thing is like you can't really say like, oh, I'm going to swing it in a circle because then you'll have this thought of swinging it back and forth, and that's what's going to happen. So get this fixed. Exactly. Yeah, and that's one thing that is very fascinating because I was always told it's with the eyes. It's how you do this. This is how you pick up information. This is how you listen. I mean, everything. It's like my ears don't even listen. It's my eyes. I can see, it tells me what I need to hear and what I need to see. And even just that little bit, I can already feel like my energy's been drained just a little bit. Not too bad yet, though. Welcome back, Carrie. So, how they say yes and no is also a reflection of how they move my eyes because they will do that. They'll be like if I'm thinking something in my head and I don't want to say it out loud or anything, my eyes will go back and forth, or they'll go up and down for yes, or back and forth for no. Yeah. Well, see, and that's another thing too. Like sometimes if I don't have my pendulum, if I think about my pendulum hard enough or long enough, I can actually see it. And like it develops in my brain and I can watch it either go back and forth, yes or no, or I can just feel my eyes kind of shifting. It's blurry. There we go. Yeah, it is pretty neat. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that, but like when I do lives or whatever, sometimes my eyes will kind of do this weird motion type, but it's all part of it. So keep this in the back of your guys' mind. I was told because it's like clockwork. Okay. So if you guys can both figure that out and let me know what exactly that means for this moment in time, they're saying because it's like clockwork. Yeah, I've actually had other people tell me that my face transformed like into who they're thinking about or, who I'm channeling. Welcome in. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I know Johnny, he was talking to me a little bit the other day about doing a collab at the cemetery and going live. So I told him, I said, yeah, I'll do that, just to see how everything goes and what comes up. And I don't know, like I've noticed I've been getting more intuitive, like the knowing. Yep. And I'm actually being told, yes, it did. I'm gonna have I'm gonna have to start like letting everybody know, like when I get goosebumps or chills or anything like that. And then like if I get them, see if you see anybody else like within me, like my structure, how I talk, how I present myself, things like that. You know what I mean? Because I believe that that is a way of them coming in and being able to channel through me. And a very interesting fact, I'm I'm being told over and over and over that when I do channel, they are not allowed to stay within me. I thought that was kind of interesting. So my spirit guides, my angels are protecting me from being more or less taken over. And I'm pretty quick to snap out of it. Like if I feel something's going on, because it's okay, this is how I feel. I don't know how about other psychics feel or whatever, but this is how I feel. I feel like I'm in the back of my brain with somebody else communicating through my mouth. It's like I'm in the back communicating, like with them and sharing the information, but yet it's like all the words and everything come out in a different context. Honestly, I think the only way that I got that way is the communication within myself, figuring out what was going on, what I needed to do to make myself better. And I'm not saying nobody else does that, but like it was an internal thing for me because I wanted to figure out what was going on. I kept asking questions and questions and questions. You know what I mean? So it was like And I keep asking questions, and I'd ask questions in a different way. Sometimes you'll get the same answer, sometimes you won't. It's interesting. So the more that I talk like directly myself, the less comes in, the less intuitiveness comes in. So if I sit back and I don't talk or I don't communicate like with people and I swear I just saw something up there and I'm being told that I did, so you might have to rewind that a second, but I swear I just saw something black go right by. It was like a shadow. It went from this way over to this way, right behind me. Yeah, join in. Feel free to talk, communicate, ask questions, do whatever you guys want to. Just be polite and make sure you hit that subscribe button. So to this day, they still complain about this, and I'm going to write it down. The spirits always complain about this. Yep, it was. I seen it. It's weird. Maybe I'm seeing it different than you guys are, but I saw the black shadow literally come from behind me over this way and then go right into the curtain. Yeah, slow down, take it easy. But I have a funny feeling you're talking about this. But I've also been told that I need to stop drinking coffee so much. I've been told that I need to eat more fruit. And these are all coming from spirit guides. And I know, and I listen to them, but it's hard to do what they want me to do because I'm a human being and I still have that mindset of being a human as well. Yeah, I'm being told all the time, stop smoking, stop smoking. Well, it's kind of hard. Yep, chaos and confusion. And they get angry, very angry. So yeah, it's a different experience, but things have been a lot calmer since I got the white candle. I'm going to let you know that right now. I even feel like my energy is better. I mean, just overall. So yeah, I mean, it's a great thing. But smoking, I hear that all the time. I'm going to make a tarot card that says read or smoking on it. Reading. Did you notice how I just said reading, even though this is what was in my mind? Oh no, mine are very vocal. And a lot of people don't think that spirit guides would actually talk to you like you're a dog, but they do. They do, and they will, and they can, and we have. Um, so that's it. I mean, they will talk to you how they see fit. If they see that you're doing something wrong, they're going to let you know. They're going to be like, "Hey, man, you're a moron. You're stupid. Why are you doing this? You're killing yourself." Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? The people always have that misconception about spirit guides as being just so pure and genuine. Yes, they are pure and genuine, but they're pure and genuine to the fact that it makes you question who they really are at sometimes. The only thing that I really have trouble with in deciphering is I can obviously tell the good and the bad, okay? But what makes them hard to tell if they're earthbound spirit or a spirit guide telling you is because they act in very similar ways. Um, you hear a lot of psychics being saying, "Hey, they only directly communicate with you." That's not the case. They have others that they attend to as well, and that's also how I pick up on things from afar. Like I do with you guys. My spirit guys will be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go get information." Well, just the other night, Lynn, my spirit guys were over at your house. Some of the spirits that are around here were at your house, and I'm telling you that right now. It's interesting how that works, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but I'm seeing it all around me, and I've seen it in the camera. Um, Sparks of light. We just had one over this way towards the bed, and then we just had one behind me. Did you? Yep. 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 And that's exactly when I seen the sparks of light is when I was telling you guys, hey, like I know my spirit guides and the other spirits were with you the other night when it's just very interesting because I'm almost seeing them as a sparkle and you guys are seeing them as an orb. A long time ago, I used to see them as orbs. I don't see them as much as orbs, but I see them as shadows and I see them as light beings. Yep, that's the way I see them. I see them as sparkles of glitter or like a light bar, like a big light bar, and then just has like sparkles in white. Glitter sparkle orbs, yeah. So I think the reason why they do it that way for me seeing the sparkles and stuff is because and I just saw an orb right here. Did you guys see it? And it's funny because I was just going to say I don't normally see orbs because I think it's because of my eyes, but I see sparkles and I see sparkles all the time. But I swear I just saw that orb. It was right here, like right next to me. Yeah. Yeah, it was literally like right up in here, Carrie. Like right over by my shoulder area. And if you look above my head and you concentrate up here, you can see the sparkles right up in here. I'll put my pen down so you guys so they can come back around, but you'll be able to see them. I just saw one over here, and I just saw one over there. It's kind of weird. I'm gonna have to get back into that the male female thing because lately it's been there's a spirit with you. That's it. I mean, like I'll pick it up. There's a spirit. Don't read any more into it because it's just like it's not that I'm not interested in it. It's just the fact that it happens so much and it's an everyday thing that I just don't think because usually like they'll communicate anyways and let me know what was going on. They'll show me their kids. It's almost like they give me different aspects of their life without telling me what gender they are now. Um, but they do it as in like a role, like role type. But yeah, I literally just saw up in here a female here. She's got very short hair, very short white hair that is like about this length and it's kind of curly. Yep. See, bridging that connection without bridging that connection. You know what that leads into? Did you understand that? This is one plane, right? This is the other plane. And if I'm sitting directly in the center, I still have communication with us and I still have communication with them. So there's always going to be a connection um, where I'm at. Yes. And it is the infinity symbol. This symbol, when I first opened up, I kept drawing it. I kept drawing it over and over and over and over and over. until I didn't have to no more. And you know what I heard about this? I just heard this up here. Respect. Yes, I was thinking along the same line. Didn't look at it quite like that. Yeah, isn't it interesting how one person's perspective can open up your thoughts? I mean, to give you knowledge. I mean, that's all it is. It's just knowledge. So I'm going to have one of these without thinking about it and just light it up and see if anything happens because I'm not going to think about it or anything like that. So we're just going to, how are you guys doing today? What y'all up to? We know what you're doing. Okay. We're not stupid. Ugh. And they are very intelligent creatures. I mean, not creatures. Well, I'm going to put it as a creature this time. And it's not insulting, even though I'm being told that they're insulted by it. I'm not trying to be insulting, but they are very, very interesting characters. Yeah, Carrie, that's where I got everything. I mean, I've learned all this myself. I didn't, okay, that's where I'm wrong. I did not learn this all myself. I kept saying for years and years and years that I learned this from myself. And I just heard give credit when credit's due. So, with that being said, my spirit guides have given me the knowledge that I need to know. I never gave, I mean, I gave them credit, but I really never gave them full credit, okay? Yeah, I just got the chills too. Never gave them the credit when they deserved the credit in the first place. Very interesting. And then that would go back to why they kept telling me before that without us, you wouldn't be able to do what you're doing. And I'm just being told correct. So I had a smiley face literally pop up in my third eye. And, oh, well, they just totally took what I was thinking out of my head. And yes, they do that. They will do that. Um, exactly. That's why everything that you do learn or you will learn, and this goes for Carrie, everybody else, if there is a message that is directly for you that is not worth speaking, you'll forget about it. You'll just forget. Okay? That's it. Doesn't mean you guys got Alzheimer's, doesn't mean that you got schizophrenica, anything like that. You know, it just means that that message was directly for you, and bam, here it is, and bam, here it's gone. Yeah. Sometimes it's just the whole processing or the process of opening up. Opening up is is a different thing, you know? And it's kind of like a lot of people don't think about, I don't have a problem being alone and being by myself. And I just saw another shadow. But anyways, I don't have a problem being alone and being by myself because I'm never truly alone and by myself. So if I were to go out and do one of them survival videos or survival shows or whatever, I'd always have somebody to talk to. Yeah. And you'll have that feeling too where your eyes will go one direction just like mine did. My eyes ended up going one direction and I noticed it as soon as I looked back to the screen. But you'll have that. Your eyes will be focused on one area, but it's your eyes picking up the energy in a different area. That's why your eyes are always consistently moving. It's because not all your information comes in through your pineal gland, uh, through your head. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of it comes in through your eyes into your third eye. Did y'all just see that right there? Rewind that a little bit, just a second. There was something right here. It was white. Right here. Right in that area. And it was not smoke. I had a cigarette lit, but it was not smoke. Yeah, and see, that's what me and somebody else were talking about the other night, about coming into this world. And I don't make this live for kids, so we're all adults here. But we all come into this world naked. We all have there's a reason why gravity works the way that it does. There's a reason why it also helps us keep grounded. Um, take your shoes off, walk out in the or walk outside, walk in the grass, re-stimulate your mind because when you have shoes on, you're destimulating your mind. You're not getting the full experience. Just like if you were a medium or psychic, if you don't read or you don't say what's coming through, then what's the point of it? You have your grandsons do that once a day. And my youngest always steps in the dog poop barefoot. Yeah, see, and that's not, you're still getting that grounding effect. Um, poop might be disgusting to step in, but you're still grounding yourself. It's natural. Shoes are not natural. Your feet are meant to touch the ground. And welcome in. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you. It is good luck. And it's very interesting that you said good luck because the other day I gave Carrie a reading and spot on. Not gonna lie, kind of impressed. Thank you, Brian. But I gave her a reading and she ended up getting something from somebody. And I told her flat out, I said, I'm being told good luck. Okay. What she got in the mail was very interesting, very unique. Let's put it that way. It's over. It's over layer right now. You don't like to have anything. Yeah, you're not supposed to have anything on your feet. That's the thing. And personally, I think if you ground yourself while you're opening up, I think it may make things easier as well, um, because you're going to get that natural magnetic pull, and you're going to be getting the chakra realignment as well. That's why I try to go without shoes. Your feet just got cold. Hey, Tara Wilson, how are you? Welcome in. You sure may. What do you have? And a disclosure, depending on what type of questions you're going to be asking, I'm already telling to tell you that you might not be completely satisfied with what you hear. But keep in mind that I'm only speaking the truth in which you need to be told. So I think you're going to definitely get one answer that is not what you want to hear. Mm-mm. Do not know what the first question is, but this is exactly what I'm being told. Okay. They are not telling me or they are not telling or communicating the question itself, but it was definitely a big no from the spiritual side. I do pick up confusion, and that's why she is coming here for answers, obviously, but she's got something on her mind that she needs definite clarification on. And do not think I will judge you. She might have, yeah. Oh, maybe she, okay. Okay, so the no for the Roberto thing is a no as well. I knew that was going to be one of them that you directly were asking, and I was told no. So the no also means there is no connection, no communication, or feelings. between, and I'm being told that there's no connection between the two. So, what you are looking for within that situation, I would not advance or try to make things happen because they won't happen. I'm being told that this other person is being set in their own ways as well, and I'm trying to become polite about it. The spirits are telling me to be polite about it, not to come over to forthgoing. So that is that's definitely a no on that one. And our baby girls we can go back with him. Yeah, I'm not picking anything up with the girls. Um, has there been something put like a block or something on the girls? Because I feel like something's going on with the girls. There's a reason why I cannot like figure out what's going on. So the spirits are either telling me it's not none of my business, or they are telling me that the situation has not came up yet. Okay, see, that's where that was. That's where the situation has not occurred yet. That's why I'm not getting anything off of that because you literally just said, or will he come here before we come back home? And I'm not really feeling like any type of communication on either side. So it's very either very limited or none at all. Like almost like a separation type thing. Disconnected. I'm also being told to tell you to let things settle down, relax, take control of your situation. Somebody in here have like an itchy or scratchy throat because mine literally just started like itching and scratching, like inside. Okay. And your mom's coming through, Lynn, just letting you know. I was told to tell you hi, like normal. Yeah. I was literally feeling it right here. Like it's gone now that I've said something about it. So it is literally right here. Okay. She told me to tell you she is waving at you, Lynn. So look at this. Okay, so Kira, this is what I got. Okay, I was told no. Um, on the girls, it's very limited. Not much is coming through. I feel like it has more to do with like a privacy concern, or there's no communication, or something that's been lost or missing. It's almost like they're not there. Um, but on the other side, the flip side of things, I'm being told that there is not really much of a relationship between the two of you. Um, and that's honestly it. I don't remember exactly what I said earlier, but it's just no. It's like the connection there with everybody was cut off. Okay. Does that make sense? Was there a fight or anything that happened? Because, like I said, there is no communication there at all. Okay, yep. And that's what I said earlier. It's because you weren't there. There's no feeling or connection to be made because you are not there right now. Okay, yep. And that's exactly what I was telling you earlier. I said there is no physical connection between you guys. And it's kind of like he has his own priorities and what he wants to do already figured out. Now you need to sit back and actually like question um, what you want to do, what you want to move on forward with, and stop playing games. And I'm not being told that you are playing games, but don't play any games that might arise. Okay. It's just kind of the same situation or a similar situation that another person that I do know has been going through, and I gave them the same advice. Hi, Doll City. How are you? Welcome in. Yeah, even with the communication part, I don't feel like it's a real communication, or it's not even really deep on his end. So you might be spending more time communicating with him, but yet it's like, so like if I were to send you a text message and I don't get nothing back for a week or so, that's going to make me think something's up. You know what I mean? So just kind of keep that in mind. It's kind of what that's what I'm feeling. That's the energy that I'm getting. I was just using that as context. So don't take what I said into what's going on in your life. I'm saying that that's the energy that I'm feeling. It's not it's not pure, it's not genuine. You don't want it, stay away. Yeah, he wants to be on his own. He does not want to be bothered. And I'm sorry to say that, but I'm just going to like I said, I'm going to read you. I'm going to tell you exactly what I feel. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. You will feel what I feel. You know what I mean? So yeah, just keep that in mind, but don't waste any more time on him because if you do, you're going to be going in a downward spiral and it's going to get nasty. Yeah, you're very welcome. No, I don't want you to have that either. You know, and it's very odd because the energy is I can see it swirling around in a circle. So this is definitely something that you're going to be having to break a tie or the connection with. Anything to do with the kids or anything like that, make sure that you have paperwork for that as well. But you need to break that connection. No, he does not want for forget. He does not want forgiveness. He does not want You just said it yourself. He does not even really want you. So why would you continue to put yourself in that position? Other readers are going to tell you what you want to hear. I will not tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. Okay? Big difference between want and needs. I have better things to do with my time than to lie to somebody online. Let me tell you that right now. Believe. No. So what you need to be working on right now is yourself. You do not need to be taking any um you do not need to be putting any energy out on anybody else until you get yourself fixed, because I know that there's things going on in your life right now that you need to fix before you're able to invite anybody else over into your life. Have a stable relationship with yourself before you put or open up that door for somebody else to be in there. Because if you don't, that's quicker grounds for them to break it down, okay? And I have a funny feeling you've been in that situation before. But that's all I'm going to tell you on that, because I'm not going to get you worked up, because I already feel like you are getting worked up, and I'm not here to do that. I'm here just to give you direct answers from what I'm hearing, what I'm being told to tell you. Hey, Sprinkle, how are you? Yep, definitely work on yourself. Worry about you and them kids. Like I said, anything that you need to do with the paperwork, keep everything documented for sure. Let's see. Doll City is asking if a message from mom. Um, okay, so the first thing that I heard Doll City was is that she's taking care of you. Um, Something about being separated as well. So was there a quick separation between you two besides the passing away? Good. Yep, keep everything documented. I'm already picking up what you are doing, Tiara. Okay. That goes along with my readings. If I feel like you're doing something, I can pick that up and relay it back to you. So that's good on your part. Okay. Yeah. Because I felt that there was a real quick separation on your end. Something about when she was dying, I think you had the knowledge of knowing that something was going on. However, she ended up going a lot quicker. And she did tell me to tell you that she does love you. She's watching you from the other side. But you need to keep your eyes open. The signs are there. You're just not listening. You're not seeing them. You can feel her, yes. You have been feeling her. But she's also been trying to give you a warning from the other side as well. So something that is going to be coming up or that is in the process of happening will not benefit you in the long run. Okay. Okay. Yep. And she's telling me to tell you too that she's sorry that she had to leave the way that she did, but she knew that it was coming. Because what I heard was is she knew the doctors were coming. So take that in the context of how you would like to take that. Sorry, not trying to take much. Be hasty. She had dementia. Well, she's not going to go over on the other side and have dementia as well. She's going to be very well coordinated. She's going to know exactly what she's talking about. She comes through very crystal clear. She said that you have been hearing her voices. So, can I get a confirmation on that? That you've been hearing her voices? She's been talking to you, but she's been talking to you very softly. Okay. Yeah. Just open up, put your heart out there, loosen up, relax. Okay. Remember, too much stress and anxiety is not good for a person. Okay, so what does, okay, let's see. Sorry, not trying to be hasty. But you're not responsible. The time is going to come when it came, and it did. Unfortunately, that's what I'm being told to tell you. So do not take it as a your fault situation. And yes, a lot of this seems to be redundant, but it's what I'm being told to tell you. It's, you know, they choose their words, they tell me what to tell you. And she was a very respectful person as well because she literally told me that I respect that, how you're talking. So she was very respectful and she took kindness into consideration, okay? But don't feel hurt. And she's told me to tell you that she was happy to be home, okay? And she's got to get going, but she's happy to be home. All right, Terry, if you have questions, feel free to ask. You're not being rude or anything like that. I'm trying not to. But when the words and the communication come from the spirits, it's going to be very fast, and you have to listen to what I'm saying because these spirits do not leave that information in my head to repeat. There's some things that I can remember, some things I cannot remember. Okay. That's how this works. Otherwise, I would have a mind overload like you would not understand. See, Lynn, it goes so fast that it comes in and it's going. When I'm opened up like this, it's because I'm allowing that energy to come through and to feedback, to give feedback. Okay. And I'm not going to have time to write everything down because, like I said earlier, when I write things down, it's taking the concentration off of the reading. So then I could be picking up on somebody else. So that's why I don't do that. But I do it for myself. Like if I'm in bed or laying down or just, walking around being like, oh, I heard handcuffs, handcuffs, bam, write it down. So, okay, yeah, them. But yeah, you just got to listen to what I say. There's relevance to what I say. It might not have happened yet. That's the word, the meaning behind psychic. Okay. You can pick up the present, the past, and the future and give many different readings, many different ways. So they're using the channels that they need to communicate through me. Can you ask her what the e winks mean? It means she's looking out for you. Um, I heard the word tired, and I think that what they're referencing to is you being tired about worrying about situations. Um, Nothing's going to change, okay? Don't worry. Yep. I told you earlier. It's a don't worry about me. I'm going to be okay. I'm on the other side. Don't stress. Don't fret. What what is Eric's intentions with me? So I'm not already being told not good. Stay away. Stay clear. You do not want that. Yeah, if you have to listen to my lives, I'd rather you do that, listen to them over, than to me have to repeat things. I'm a very serious reader, um, so if you need to watch something over, please do. This information comes in strong. Once it's broke, it's broke. All right, so what I'm going to tell you, and this is not coming from the spirits, if you would like a personal reading, let me know. Get a hold of me sometime. I would love to do it. I have a funny feeling you're going to have a lot of questions and needing a lot of answers, but I am not going to take up this whole live stream to just answer one person's questions. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to be real. May I please ask what is possibly seen online this year? Have you been fighting a lot of negativity, Sprinkle? Because I get a very negative vibe coming through. Um, Luck, it's got a lot to do with luck and wrong timing and bad choices. Um, I heard the word reflection, so take reflection and knowing yourself, get to know yourself better. And it's very interesting that so many people are coming in this room tonight asking about certain situations, but yet it's coming back down to focusing on yourself, knowing your self worth and your own growth. I would not put time, money, or energy into finding anybody until you are ready. Okay. You're welcome. I'm glad I could help you out. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, guys. I do readings every day. I'm here. I'll be on for a little bit longer. The energy is high in here tonight, so I can feel that. Awesome. I appreciate that, Sprinkle. So, another thing that's came up with you, Sprinkle, is the reasoning. Okay. Now, I kind of want you to elaborate on what I'm talking about because they're not really getting me a whole lot of information on this, but they literally told me what I just told you. Reasoning. Um, and it's leading towards a problem. Okay. I do not use tarot cards. I use them for focus, but I do not use them when I am giving live readings. So just letting everybody know. Okay, so that's where the judgment part comes in. I feel like you need to judge a little bit more on others and a little bit less on yourself because you overdo it for yourself. Okay. Yes. Yes. Very well put. Very well put. And welcome in, Miss Wolf Moon. But yeah, anybody that would like personal readings, I do them, private sessions. They are expensive, but I'm going to be telling you exactly how it is now. But I will go into further detail about what I pick up and why I pick that up. Okay. Yes. Understand yourself. And that's what I'm saying about the self-reflecting thing. Look, take a take a step back and realize who you really are, what you want in life, what you want to do. Um, your spouse, your house, your job, I mean everything, it all comes into play. And I'm seeing a big circle. It's almost like you keep repeating the same things over and over and over. So I'm glad that helps you out a little bit. That was a very hard reading because I can almost feel, well, I'm not going to say almost, okay, because I feel the sadness within you, and it almost makes me want to cry, to be honest with you. And you're very welcome. Don't give up hope, okay? Stop, stop. Don't give up hope. In return, it'll work out. All right, let's see. Yes. So that's a message for everybody here that's coming through now, okay? Never give up on oneself because sometimes the only thing that you have in life is yourself because nobody else really does stick around. And I'm not saying that in like a marital term. I'm not saying that in um, as a real physical aspect. I'm saying that as in more of um, a self learning thing. People lose control and self esteem and all that, and it's so sad to see because you can feel it. You know, you can literally feel it as if it's your own. Love yourself. That's what everybody needs to learn here. Love yourself. All right. So, yeah, if you would like a personal reading, a private reading, anything like that, let me know. All you have to do is drop a comment into the comment section on the video. It doesn't matter if it's a short, anything like that. Drop a question, a comment. Let me know how to get a hold of you. You can reach me at uh, seen from within 22 at Yahoo. Um, I do have it on Facebook as well. So just send me a message, shoot me one that way. Um, yeah, and here I'll actually show you menu on you on Facebook. It ended up letting me switch my name, so I'm glad I caught on to that. It is seen from within. So you mods, make sure that you are sharing that. Let them everybody know. Like I said, I'm here daily. I do different type of readings. I do different type of energy manipulation, things like that. And I'm not talking about psychic manipulation. I'm talking about like kinetic manipulation. Um, I use dowsing rods. I use pendulums. I do automatic writing. I scribe. Just about anything that you guys need done, I can do in the psychic uh, medium sense. So, thank you. Someone in here has been praying a lot. That's what I've been told. And this is a side of you that you need to continue working on, um, to restore that faith. My pendulum actually does not lie to me. I get the same answers, the same results. The only thing that I think that does not give accurate information is these things. It's more the way that these are worded. They give, and I'm not bad mouthing other psychics, nothing like that. But these cards are absolutely garbage. I'm not going to tell you. Okay, these cards are garbage. Your common or your commitment is being tested. Everybody's commitment's being tested. A new romantic cycle begins. That can happen for anybody. This is where I'm going to get you guys, and this is where I'm going to tell you that I am the real deal when I say I'm the real deal. Nothing is yet set in stone. Is anything really set in stone until you put your mind onto a situation to make sure things are right? No, they're not. Um, the thing that these do is it helps you control your mind a little bit better. That I do realize. So this is a uh, moon deck, moonology deck. It's got your dreams on it. You can tell just by the way that I'm acting. I don't believe in the. I mean, I don't believe in this. I just don't. Um, I wish I actually never had got them. To be honest with you, uh, a time to give rather than take. I mean, we were talking about that all for everybody in here, weren't we? And this is exactly what I'm telling you guys. These cards are designed and manipulated in a way to give you the same reading and the same answers for everybody, just in a different interpretation. Okay. Yeah, exactly. If you find it, deal with it, figure out that situation. I'm here to be able to tell you what's going on and how to better yourself. I am not here to give any type of like medical advice or anything like that, but I am here to tell you what I'm hearing from my higher power, which is God, and help you along your journey, your spiritual journey. Your physical journey, I'm there to help you with as well, but I'm more of a spiritualist. Okay. I care about your well being. So if you ever have any thoughts about anything that should not be in your head, feel free to communicate with me. Um, I will not tell anybody your business. I will keep everything confident. Any readings that I do, I might base judge in a little bit of it and give information about a type of reading or how the reading went, but I'm not going to mention no names. I'm not going to mention anything that popped up that is very confidential as well. I believe 100% in privacy. I'm a Virgo. Yep, Virgo 100%. And thank you, Mods, for putting that out there for me. Like I said, everything gets so busy, and how everything works is very hard to keep typing this in, typing this in. You know, even looking at the chat for me is very hard because I don't want to lose focus. Do you have a Virgo moon and rising? Awesome. Very cool. You don't want to ask me about knowing where things are. And I'm being told put up for a reason. We had that whole experience one time, didn't we? Lynn, we had that experience, but I had to tell you where something was. But it takes a lot of energy to see. Yes, I am able to see where things are, but it takes a lot of energy. And I'd rather just do the reading and not have to backtrack and, figure out, oh, it's by a table or it's under the bed or it's, you know what I mean? Because a bed can look like a table leg. All I can see is it's by the edge of a leg of a table or something like that. So, I like Blue. Welcome in. All right, everybody. So, if you would like to make a donation or anything like that, not saying you have to, I just going to bring it up real quick and then I won't bring it up again. Um, you can actually donate either through Chime or Cash App, and it is pound B Mater. I will type it out for you. And I will be doing readings as well. So make sure if you guys want any in depth, intuitive readings, to let me know when you would like to do that. I do have a full time job on what I am doing now, but I do this to, like I said, help people that are in need and need spiritual guidance and human guidance. Okay. All right. So that is the name for it. And the apps that I use, unfortunately, right now, those are the only two that I do use. Um, Anybody know anything about a picture book? Because I've been told something about a picture book and that it was very interesting that you're reading it. So any type of, I'm going to say it's like more like a art. That's what I'm picking up. It's like an art type book. And this does have reference and meaning to it because that's how sometimes spirits do come through. They'll be like, oh, this person was reading this. Even though they might not remember your name, they're going to remember a context and let me know. Um, I'm actually being told yes on that, light blue. Um, and I'm also being told that that's going to be in months to come as well. So, did you guys see how everything went from no to yes? I'm being told that they are actually very interested in you, but you are kind of setting things off. So, why are you setting things off? You're putting things off for a reason. You just got one. It's a journal book. Okay. I was just saying, so that's exactly how they come through. They'll be like, oh, talk about this, and this will bring this person to say something. So I do yes because of some past issues we had. So I'm actually being told to tell you to live, learn, forget, because I don't think that situation is ever going to come across again. It's just going to, but it's going to sit on the back of your mind and fester, and you will not get anywhere. So instead of, notice how things keep coming around. Watch this. You remember earlier when I drew this? Now you're going to see me draw this. Okay. So what you're seeing here is a circle, right? Definitely. You got two different things that mean the same thing. And then you have this. And Lynn or Carrie, can you explain so I don't have to? So I'll let them explain what that means, but I'm going to read into it a little bit more why they explain. Um, don't lose, I just saw something. Don't lose your inner light, because if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to lose it. And I don't want that. I can actually feel the energy from you, and it's very strong. It's very positive, but yet I also feel like there is a negative in there that you need to get rid of, because it does not belong to you. It's not necessary. Oh yeah, I can definitely see it getting somewhere within the next couple months for sure. But you got to just open up. Okay. Sorry about this, guys. Stupid camera. Yep. So, exactly what they said. This is what you want to do when you break a connection with a person or just an individual. It could even be spirit wise. If you want to break something, write it down, burn it if you have to, write the name down, circle it, put a line through it. Create that energy in your mind to where it dissipates or it goes away. The infinity symbol. That's what the 8 looks like, but it's not. It's an infinity symbol. That means that things can go concurrently, and you can either take this two ways. You can either do the right thing by going around like you should be, or you can be doing the wrong thing by going the opposite direction. But you need to figure out where it is. Now, this is where I would like everybody to stand. Right in the middle. Stand in the middle. It's okay to be neutral sometimes. It's not good all the time, but sometimes you need to stand. You need to self reflect. You need to vibe yourself. But stand in the middle. Cut it off. With this, you're not able to. You're not able to until what? You either cut it off halfway, or you can cut it off altogether. I go through a lot of post-its, guys. I'm not going to lie. But the things that come in when I write them down has meaning. There is a difference between the two. Perception, I don't know why my camera keeps doing this now. Perception is key. If you do not perceive things right, you're going to either take them wrong all the time. So if you are not learning a lesson or a valuable lesson by doing the same repetitive stuff over and over and over and over, or if you like that lifestyle, keep doing it, keep doing it. If you don't like it, break that connection, break that energy, bind it off and reverse what you're normally doing. So for instance, if you go to work and you feel miserable every day, you can either do that and you'll feel miserable the rest of your life, or you're going to break that connection with that job or those people in that job. Go out and find something better that can make you a better person. Okay. Exactly. So I'm being told to have you rephrase that because there's too many loopholes to that question. Okay. Miss Wolf, please rephrase that because that's getting a mixed yes and no. And I don't want a mixed yes and no. I want a straight answer, a straight question. That to me is not a straight question. That is can be a very misleading question as well. So please put that in a context where it's directly about about the question itself, not on both sides, please. Does Jerome have good intentions for me? So this is just that's funny because everything that you're asking has been yes on that so far. Light blue. Okay. I'm being told this is a person that you have been looking for a long time, but you need to open up, step out of your comfort zone, and um, go out in the world, express, show your feelings, your emotions, things like that. Because holding back is literally what's keeping you from being happy. Exactly. Yeah, you are holding back, and it's a fear. Okay, I'm picking up strongly. It's a fear. Don't hold back. Let loose. Don't be so tight. I can feel you being very breathe, relax, take it easy. Realize you're a human being. Realize you're going to make mistakes still, but just take the advice and run with it. Okay. Exactly. And not to sound too overconfident here. All my mods already know what I'm going to say, but I'm usually always right. You can't lie when you're telling the truth. Yes, we do. We also create our, ugh, we also create our own negativity. We create our external thoughts. We release those external thoughts. They become reality. They become real. They become a legend. And what happens to a legend? They usually don't die. There's something that feeds them the energy, and it's all the belief. So if you want to do that, believe in something good. Put all your good into something good. Don't give it any negative energy. If you want something good around you, I don't care. You could be asking for your angel, your spirit guides. I guarantee if you have bad energy on you, you're going to end up getting demons instead of angels. It doesn't matter if you put your thought into having an angel, you will get a demon and they will stick and they will be on you 100%. Because in context, what is a angel and what is a demon? They're the same thing. They're angels. They've been cast down. Demons have been cast down. They were once angels, but if you're only putting in your head as I want an angel to protect me, that's not good enough because you need to be like, I want a heavenly angel, one that believes in God, to be around me, to have that energy, and not some crazy demonic spirit or demon attached to you. Okay. And yes, I will flat out tell you demons are real. I've dealt with them, I've fought with them. Well, my dad get good outcome with his the court case. So what I'm picking up on that right now is it's you're going to have good and you're going to have bad. So you're going to be fighting the good and the bad on that court case. There's a lot of things that have not come out yet, but I also feel like there's going to be a lot of misleading information in your court case as well. In your dad's court case, let's put it that way. Yeah, exactly. You know, I love my spirit guides. They're there. They help me. They help me through fighting a demonic attachment. They've helped me with everything, the knowledge, the learning. Believe it or not, and I tell a lot of people this all the time, especially my moderators. I'm sorry you guys have to listen to this constantly, but I would have never believed in this psychic medium shit. Okay. Until the day I started hearing voices in my head and them knowing what was going on in my life and them figuring out everything when I go to the bathroom, when I wake up, what time I go to work, what I drink, what I shouldn't be drinking, anything like that, they tell me. Okay. It's like this juice. Do you think I'd rather have this or do you think I'd rather have a Dr. Pepper? Okay. I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather have this. But you know what? I can 100% tell you my, uh, they threw a blank in there. That's funny. Um, my moderators, I don't know how many times I've told them that the spirit guides and the spirits have come along and said, you need to drink more juice. You need to stay away from pop. That's what I've been trying to do. But I ain't going to lie. This does not have a good flavor. This does. But you also got to look at it, which is better for you. Okay. That's just like in life. What's better for you? What works for you? Sometimes you have to give up the good things to sacrifice for the bad things. See, I'm not much into cream soda. I'm not like I drank it when I was a kid, and now I drink it, and it's like, whoa, like I literally want to throw up. Yeah, the devil believes in God because he's the one that casted him down to where we're at now. Okay, on a later live, I will explain everything why I just said that the way that I said that. I don't want to ruin the atmosphere by or talking about that situation or why we live in that situation today. Okay. Now I ain't gonna lie, man. I'll tell you what, if this has some bubbly in it, I'll be drinking it. But it ain't got no bubbly and that hitting that tongue right. I ain't gonna be I ain't good with that. You know what I mean? And you're welcome, Miss Wolfman. I appreciate everybody coming in here tonight. Um, I'm going to start wrapping up for the evening. I should be back on in the morning. I will, I'll be doing some more readings and everything, but I need to get off of here, take a break. They are kind of being like, hey, you know what? You expelled enough energy out throughout tonight. So I want to say thank you for everybody coming in here tonight and make sure you like and subscribe. Um, if anything further comes out, I'll let you guys know. I'll be back on. If not, lights out. But all right, I appreciate everybody coming in. Remember, have a good night or day wherever you are, wherever you're located, and you've seen it on Seen from Within. Well, have a great evening. See, I got everybody. I didn't leave. I'm still here. Man, see the energy when the energy is good and it's attracting, it keeps you. It keeps you here. It keeps you want to keep explaining things. But that's when you got to know your own boundaries. Okay. So again, everybody, good night. Thank you. See you later.